Hello, everyone. Welcome to One by One, a podcast where we uncover the stories, strategies, and secrets behind extraordinary success. I'm your podcast host, Robert Murigi, and we'll be building each other from the ground up. Join us as we uncover the blueprints of building a life, a career, or a business from the ground up. Subscribe now and never miss an episode from us. And on our today's podcast, we are going to be looking into another mechanic proverb, and it says that if it moves and it shouldn't, use a duct tape and WD-40 in the makeshift repairs and maintenance. What does this mean? This means that if you are doing this one job and it cannot work just because there is one thing which is sitting on your way, you can look for a temporary measure to stop one job so that you can finish the other. And when we talk about this, we are going to talk about the proverb where it looks very funny but very practical at the same time. If it doesn't move or it shouldn't, use a duct tape or WD-40. I know this sounds a bit silly when we talk about it, but let me tell you that there is a lot of wisdom packed in this phrase, and we should not just overlook it, but pay attention, because this is pretty much the Swiss Army knife of the repair world. They can fix everything from squeaky hinges and to that torn upholstery in your house or inside your car. But there is a lot more to learn from this proverb, and we might see that it might be something that meets the eye. And first things first, let us maybe try to see where are these things coming from. When we talk about duct tape, it's originally designed for military use in World War II, and it's also a household staple today. Every household, they have a duct tape so that they can seal those pipes. There is that the water pipe which is leaking. There is that exhaust pipe in your car that you would put a tape which is made specifically for that, so that you can push the car to the garage. And when we talk about WD-40, we know that it has been around since 1953. And what happens about this? Its ability to lubricate, penetrate lust, and even displace water is amazing. Together, they are like dynamic duo for your DIY. When you visit those garages and you find that running joke that if you can't fix it, or if you can't fix something right, just slap some duct tape and spray some WD-40 on it. That is like a quick and dirty approach to repair that often gets people through until they can fix more permanent solutions. But when we talk about this kind of approach or makeshift repairs, we are talking about that thing that you really need to do. See, why are we getting fishy about this? Why do we rely so heavily on this kind of life? Life moves fast, and often we do not have time, or sometimes the budget to tackle major repairs is not there. And what happens with the duo tape? You know, when we have this duct tape, we can hold a broken chair together long enough for a family gathering, and WD-40 can silence that pesky squeaky door. Makeshift repairs is very expensive and very powerful. They keep everything functioning, at least temporarily. But this doesn't mean that you should overlook proper maintenance. Therefore, we talk about schedule routine checks on applications and device. If you have anything which is electrical in your house, it is good to get someone who is qualified to come and have an inspection so that you can prevent that fire from happening in your house. And at this point, let us think about some real life applications for this proverb. Now, picture this: you are on that road trip and suddenly you hear some noise from the engine, and you suddenly find that there is something loose on your car. At this point, you will not be panicking, but remembering that you have some duct tape and you also have some WD-40, you can put it together until you can get to the mechanic. When we talk about getting stranded on the roadside and you do not know how you are going to get home, the difference between this happening and this not happening is having that emergency kit, which may contain your WD-40 and duct tape. This might get you home safely, and this might avoid you getting on the roadside and getting swept by the truck. We shouldn't get too much carried away with this kind of emergency kit, because when we have some major repairs or some major failures like engine failure or transmission, this may not, the duct tape and the WD-40 might not come in handy at this particular problem. And if you have this attitude that you can always fix it, and now you are trying to fix it with the duct tape and WD-40, this might bring you more problems in the future, and this might also cost you more and bring you even more trouble in your life. And therefore, it is very important to seek professional help when you get stuck that problem, and you can always talk to Motor O'Clock for those kind of problems. And therefore, the key is balance, using these products wisely and understanding when to temporarily use them as a solution. It is just like that, and you will always be happy in your life. And therefore, when we live in this life and we have issues and we have other problems that we are not able to solve at that particular time, it's always wise for us to take a step back or have a chat with someone who can help you with that problem. Let us not keep ourselves with all the problems which you are suffering, and we live a poor life just because we can't talk to someone. Now, when we talk about this and we talk about the WD-40, it is something like a lubricant, as we have seen. It is a penetrating oil which you can always soak yourself into so that you can become smooth and think wisely. And when we talk about the duct tape, this one symbolizes the silence. When you have that problem and you do not have necessary to discuss with anyone, and you know how maybe to navigate that issue, but all you need is silence and some time by yourself. This can be symbolized by that duct tape, which will temporarily hold things together until solutions are met. The other good example that we would also keep in our mind is that sometimes when you go on the road and the motorbike or another car comes carelessly and removes your bumper, and they decides to go before they can even talk to you, what do? You get the duct tape out and you hold everything together before all goes on the road. Therefore, let us think about those things in our lives that we could use as a duct tape or as a lubricant, as a WD-40. Those are the things that would help us to become easier, and also to find that we are able to get our cars, when they are broken on the side of the road, to safety or to the mechanic shop. And a call to all my viewers and all my subscribers: think about that one thing that would help you to move forward in safety and to go through those issues when you go through them. And whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned professional, or simply someone looking for inspiration, one by one we will equip you with the tools and the insights you need to lay the foundation of your own success stories. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. Your feedback helps us to grow and bring you even more inspiring stories. Thank you for listening to Building from the Ground Up. Remember, every great accomplishment starts with one single step. What will you build today? And until next time, keep building, keep striving, and keep reaching for your dreams.